Branden Nation, this is Simon Chan. I'm fired up for our special guest today. It's a future superstar with Branden LaNette. Hey, Branden, are you ready to make it happen?
I am ready. I'm so excited. This is like a complete honor. Super excited, Simon. Thank you so much for having me on here.
Branden LaNette is an upcoming superstar, a stay-at-home mom to 6 C-section babies. That alone is that. When I read that, I was like, what the? It's amazing. Anyway, Branden has been in network marketing for 3 years now and has utilized her part-time business to allow her to be a full-time mom to her 6 kids. Having recently found her voice this year, Branden's also ready to make even a bigger impact by coming out with her own book, and we're going to talk about that on the show. Branden makes a full-time income, has a team of over 250 combined associates and customers, and built her business almost entirely on the cold market. So, Branden, welcome to the show. Why don't I give an MLM Nation a brief intro, but take us back 3 years ago. How did you find out about network marketing?
So I've always heard whispers of, the fact you could stay at home and make some money. And, I a few times threw some spaghetti on the wall hoping it would stick. And I signed up for some product and they were like, you're going to get rich quick. But I did that whole sign up thinking that the money was just going to follow easily and I didn't really have to do anything else. So I was really disappointed in that. But this was after baby number 5. I'd been divorced. This was my new husband. He walked into this with 4 kids, and it was a lot to have him take on all of us financially. So I was at a point where with baby number 5, I've always been a stay-at-home mom. I knew that I had to contribute to the income to be able to be a mom. So I found an incredible company that had products I absolutely loved. And at that point, they were perfect in my life. So I fell in love with the products, and I don't even know how I started making money, but it just happened. So it was a beautiful accident. I just started telling people about something I loved, and I was getting paid for it. So
how did you find out about this company? Was this through social media or a friend told you? How did you learn?
Social media, Facebook. I saw a Facebook ad in a yard sale site. And that worked out incredibly so because that is actually how I built my business. Like the entire team that I locked arms with, they were utilizing the cold market system. And I took advantage. We had a great wave with it. I became a 2-star director, just cold market, like never touched my hot market, never touched my warm market, just pure cold market. And it was perfect for me because I'm an introvert and people scare me. And I thought if I just am behind a computer screen, I could talk to anybody. It was fantastic.
So it was a yard sale. Or about what? You're buying like gardening tools, or I don't get any gardening.
Yeah, right. Like the buy-sell trade groups. I was looking through for some. I think I was looking for like a jogging stroller, and I saw a weight loss picture, and I'm like, I don't know what she's taking, but I need that in my life. So I clicked on the ad and I messaged the girl, and I'm like, what are these products? I need this. So that's what started it.
So did you become a customer first, or you went right into the business?
I went right into the business. I got the whole business builders package and I figured, what do I have to lose? I've tried, products that never worked. I've tried businesses that didn't stick. So why not? Why not?
So how was your first couple of weeks after you got started?
It was amazing. I just from what I felt from the products, I was already excited about that. And then, I did fall for something, my upline at the time was like, you're going to make $10,000 a month. You just have to do this. So I fell for that, like, get rich quick kind of thing. I got pulled in by, MLM Nation, you're here for it. You can take the truth. It doesn't really work like that for everybody. And I think that we really tie success to money a lot of times. So I've always kind of felt like, maybe I'm not, a successful network marketer because I'm not making, 7 figures a year yet. So I kind of fell for that. It didn't work for me because I wanted to be a mom first. So I knew I was, not going to go as fast as what other people would. So, the first few weeks were awesome. And then the fact that I was really just in my free time between taking kids to and from school and a baby, just being able to talk to people on the internet on my time was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, our mission, which is what I believe in. I believe everyone can. I mean, thank you for being honest on ML Nation. I believe everyone can make a part-time income in network marketing, right? Everyone, not everyone at the current where if you're listening to this, where you're currently at right now. Everyone. Now, you may not be a full-time leader. You may have lots of growth to do, but everyone can make a part-time income. And what you just shared is like sometimes we see $10,000 a month. You never even make $3,000 a month. How can you make $10,000? And then even you have a little success, you start getting discouraged and beating yourself down because you see yourself, you can't measure up to that. So actually, our mission at ML Nation is to help 1,000 people earn at least $1,000 a month by next year. And if people earn $1,000 a month, it'll change the profession, right? I think it's changing too.
Yeah. I mean, $1,000 for most people's lives, that is a tremendous change, right? So many people are paycheck to paycheck. An extra $1,000 a month is an incredible cushion. So I agree. That's where we need, I think network marketers really need to get back to that as a whole, just like meeting people where they are, right? Making it simple, making it sexy, making it just keeping it basic.
What was an aha moment you had that allowed your business to go really fast? Like you said you did well, you made some money, but then now you have a full-time income. Was there a specific light bulb moment?
I don't think it was a real light bulb moment. It's been a lot of tears and lessons of like the frustration. I feel like, if you've never been to the point where you want to quit, you're not really doing it right. I met a lot of frustration. I've had to, I had an upline that left. So I had to kind of rebuild with a new team, with new people. That was a lot. And the fact that I did that anyway, as much as it sucked, I did it anyway. I kind of knew at that moment that I would never quit. I'll feel like quitting. Lord knows I feel like quitting more than not. But I know to keep going because whatever is on the other end of that is very much worth it. It's not really about me anymore. It's about the people I can help. The other mom out there that, is looking at daycare and her heart's breaking. Like I can help her. I have tools to help her to be able to just stay and be that mom. So that's my mission now. I want to help moms out there be able to just be a mom.
Yeah, you talk about tears, and I always share this, that if you haven't wanted to, if you always want to do trainings or lives, like, how many of you want to quit, have wanted to quit? And sometimes no one raises their hand. It's like, well, if you never wanted to quit, you haven't worked hard enough yet.
Yes.
Yes.
So
what was one of your worst moments? Like you say you had a lot of tears. Your worst moment in your journey so far?
Definitely the worst moment for me was that point of an upline leaving. I never built a business in network marketing. I've spent my whole life being rejected by people, so I never had close relationships. It takes a lot for me to trust somebody. So I was very, pretty much, just a very solo person, very closed in. I had opened up to this person and kind of trusted them. So I took it personal instead of realizing it's business and people leave, which is what I understand now. I really took it personal, like she was rejecting me, like I wasn't good enough for her to stay. And I think losing that trust of because I built on the cold market. So I had so many people. I spent a year putting people into this group that were, my potential customers, my team members, my current customers, and I was locked out of that. So that frustration of just like broken trust, not knowing where to go. I knew no one else. I'd been connected to no one else. She kind of cut off other people in the company. So I had to show up by myself at an event and start over. I had to show up scared and uncomfortable. And I would say that's been my strength ever since. I connected arms with Angel Fletcher, who actually introduced us. She's been a godsend in that she believed in me before I believed in myself. So I can only hope to help people half as much as she has helped me just with that belief.
Hey, big shout out to Angel. Angel Fletcher's an amazing leader. She connected us. It's also been featured on ML Nation episode 147. You can check that out. Actually, her episode was so good, we actually re-aired it later on. Did one of those throwbacks out there. So Angel Fletcher, you can check it out at mlnation.com. Just click on the podcast tab. But going back, you said your upline's all you knew, right? Then how come you
Right.
didn't? How come you didn't quit? How did you didn't go with them?
Because I loved the company. I loved the integrity they had. I loved the products. I loved that they felt like home. Like their I could just feel their hearts. They were real. They're authentic. They're everything I wanted. So I'd rather be scared and alone than to kind of sell my soul for something I didn't believe in. So
You built mostly on the cold market. Did you recruit any warm market at all?
No. I no. Not even customers, really. I do have a few good friends that jumped on the product with me, but as far as like business and stuff, it's all been cold market.
And you say you've been rejected your whole life. What did you mean by that? And I think I want to share this. I think it's very inspiring, right? And
Yes.
what do you mean by that?
So my mom kicked me out when I was 12. And I have been fighting an uphill battle ever since. Like, she gave up custody, so I was awarded the state as a teenager, just in and out of like detention centers, group homes, what we call proctor homes. I got my GED when I was 15 and had my own place before I was 16. So that has been like, that's my story. You know, my mom rejected me. If she didn't love me, who could, right? So I've always kind of fought that. I've chosen the wrong relationships. I never was really my authentic self because I thought if I was me, no one's going to love me because, I mean, my mom didn't even love me, right? Now that I'm older and everything I've gone through, I'm really thankful for it because it brought me to the place of where I can see now she doesn't love herself. So I never had a chance to get her love, right? Just a matter of putting into perspective, like how she was raised or, you know, whatever it was. And I knew that at the end of the day, I was the one responsible for loving me. Network marketing is a beautiful tool because if you're not growing as a person, you're never going to grow your business. There is not one without the other. And that growth has definitely brought me to that point of self-love and self-reflection and self-acceptance. And I'm at the point now where, you know, I love it because I could care less if you love me or hate me. I love the face that's looking back at me in the mirror. I can feel good falling asleep. So that rejection, I held on to that story for so long. So it's been exciting to find my voice and be free of that and to just like be happy, man. Be happy.
Why did she kick you out? What did you do?
There wasn't really any one set of things. Like we just butt heads all the time. Being a mom to my oldest is 17, my second oldest is 15. When they were 12, of course I was on eggshells at this age because I thought this was the point where my mom turned her back on me. And I just wanted to see like, what could any kid do to have their mom turn their back on them? And, yeah, there wasn't anything my kids could have done and that I would have turned my back on them. So I'm not sure what space my mom was in. I was mouthy. I talked back. But I wasn't like some kid in drugs. I wasn't getting arrested. Like I wasn't, you know, that stuff came later. Oh, for sure. That stuff came later. But at that point, no, it was just our personalities, I guess. I'll never be able to say because I don't talk to her. So I'll never be able to put a finger on like what exactly, you know, it was. So
how did you develop the self-love come from? Like, obviously you're probably at the bottom, at the pit. So you worked on yourself. And I mean, obviously network marketing, if you don't have self-love, you can't have any success. So you have lots of self-love. How did you develop that?
I think I survived a divorce and became a single mom in a state where I knew nobody, 4 kids. And I knew at that point, like that divorce was my power. I was given an ultimatum. I could be a writer or I could be a wife. And I thought, I've been quiet. The Branden show did not exist in this marriage because I knew it wasn't safe. I knew I just couldn't have a voice here. And so that divorce made me realize that no one was going to save me. And I have a book coming out, and it is definitely everything about this. I've been wishing for things to be easy. I've been wishing for someone to save me. I wish my marriage was better. And then when it ended, I just wish that someone great would come along. And I realized in that moment that no one was coming to save me, that I had to save myself. And no one was going to be my hero. And by accident, I met my husband now. And I turned on the Branden show on purpose. I'm like, I'm not going to waste another minute with another guy not being who I am completely. 100%. Loud, crazy. I love the attention, demand, like everything I am, good and bad. I threw it at him. And he took that. And I think that just gave me more power to think, wow, like there would be someone that can accept Branden for all she is. And that was a huge power for me, having him believe in me, and push me even more into the spotlight of the Branden show. So it's been an incredible gift for sure. That was the start of it.
Branden show. I like the way you call it. How did you come up with that?
Actually, I think my husband did. We got married in Las Vegas. We eloped 1 year to the day after we met. And I'm cruising the streets in Vegas in a wedding dress, going on stages, getting invited on stages, taking shots, getting hit on all night. It was like they were following me and struggling to keep up. So kind of somewhere in the night, he was like, hey, it's not the Branden show anymore. You know, like we just got married. Can we like hang out as a couple? So I just kept that term, the Branden show. I toned it down that night just a little bit, but we brought it right back the next day. So yeah,
What made you? Let's talk about your book a little bit. What's it about? Now? Yeah, let's talk about your book, because you're coming out with a book. What's it about, and what inspired you to write it?
Okay, so it's called Once Upon a Time, Bitches, and it is. I had one of my aha moments for this book was the fact that no one was going to come save me, right? It's not about getting easier. You've got to get better. So I realized like how many women out there are wishing for things to be better, wishing for their husband to do this, or wishing for their, family to do this, or wishing for their kids to do that, or wishing for that money. Fairy tales can exist if you want to create it yourself. I wanted people to understand that you have to be your own hero. There is not a Prince Charming. Whatever you want or whatever you needed, you need to be that for everybody around you. Like, I didn't have a mom, so I became the best mom there is, right? My kids didn't have grandparents, so I know hands down, like, I'm going to be the best grandparent there is. The same with if you're in a relationship. If I want my husband to be better, then I have to be better. It's just a matter of saving yourself and creating your own story the way you like it. If you have things going on in your life that you don't like right now, you have to own the responsibility that you got yourself there, and then you have to step up to the challenge of changing it, right? So I'm very excited. I want women to understand they all have a power. They all have something to contribute to someone else out there. So,
and when is this book coming out, and where can people learn more about it?
So if you sign up right now at BrandenLaNette.com, and that's BrandenLaNette, BrandenLaNette.com, you can sign up to get alerts, and our projected date is the first or second week in October. So it's so close. I'm so excited.
Very cool. And we'll put that link, Branden's website, on the show notes page on MLMNation.com. So if you missed that, just head to MLM Nation. We'll have it on there. When Angel connected us and I looked at your profile, the first thing I noticed, I'll be very transparent, I noticed all your tattoos, right?
Yes.
So how many tattoos do you have?
I can't even count now because like all of this is so connected. And then I've got both feet done, both of my calves are done, and a little upper thigh is done. I have a lot. This was like post-divorce. I started when I was 30, and it was a great it was a great way for me to put up a wall my ex-husband was not approving of tattoos, and I'd always thought they were magical. So yeah, I got one, and then it turned into a lot.
Yes, and if you're watching the video, you have like a background there, and you blend right in there. You have a rainbow type of background. I was like, that looks nice.
All the color.
Yes. And so we'll link to Branden's Facebook profile. You can take a look at how she looks. Now, so do you ever worry about? Obviously, you overcome this. People judging you because look at her. She still has this tattoo. She's not serious. How do you overcome that?
So initially, that's exactly why I got them, because I thought if people are going to judge me right away, at that moment, it's not someone I want to be around. So it was another way for me to put up a wall just to protect that rejection. I could push people away or intimidate them before they could say hello. And then, now I feel that. I think that I've come into my voice. It's never really pushed anyone away. If anything, it has brought people more to me, because I feel like I have great energy. I feel magnetic, and I think people can feel my heart, so they're not intimidated at all. So it backfired on me. Initially, I wanted it to be something that just kept people out, and now it's actually something that brings them to me. So, and that's been great. I'm happy now with who I am today that's the situation that came out of it. So, because
you're being your real you. It's the Branden show.
Yes.
The real you's out. That's good.
Branden show.
It's very, very inspiring, because I think a lot of things that hold people back in this profession is worry about what other people think. Right?
Yes.
And if you worry about first of all, most people are not thinking about you. But if you're worried about that, it's going to stop you from having any type of success.
Yes. I think that's the biggest thing that holds back so many people. I know I even still to this day struggle with it just a little bit. I was just talking with Angel and some other powerful women in network marketing last week about how it's hard for me to just go live and talk about network marketing and to train people on it and to be able to give advice, because I think, man, I'm not what success looks like. Right? I'm a full-time mom. I'm not traveling every week at another event, speaking on stages, making the six figures. Like, I just never thought I was that success. But in my own right, this is what I'm learning to own. If I just stop comparing, I have a lot to celebrate. Anybody that is doing anything in this industry has a lot to celebrate. If you're making $100 a month, celebrate, because it's $100 more than someone else is making by just watching that Netflix series instead of spending the extra time. So wherever you are, celebrate it. No one can define success for you. No one can define your dreams, your goals. Like, this is your story, right?
That's really good. I love it. Stop comparing and just celebrate, because we have every one of you here. We have a lot to celebrate. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about balance, like personal life balance here. You have 6 kids. So how do you make the business happen?
Yeah, that's interesting, because I think I'm the last person to be able to talk about balance, because I do still struggle. It's usually my husband that takes the very back burner, and he's not afraid to stand up and be like, that's it, we need a date night, let's go. So he's very good about that, getting better. He'll say we need the date night before he throws the tantrum nowadays, but it used to be the other way around, but he's getting better. I'm doing it. I don't know how. Most days, I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't recommend it to everybody. I don't recommend 6 kids, a business, and a book. That is a lot. It's a lot, and I don't think an average person could probably handle it. But it's been fun. It's been fun. I've got a lot of help from the kids. They know what our vision is. This is for our family's legacy. This is for them. This empire is for my family. So they've all just kind of sacrificed, and I just stay very open and communicate. Like, I need to be on my phone right now. I need silence. Like, if I'm on my phone, don't ask me a question. And that's kind of how it goes. And I try to do my stuff before the kids wake up, and then late at night when they're sleeping, I'm just doing stuff. So it's been fun.
How old are your kids?
So I have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 4-year-old, and then the baby just turned 1.
Wow, that is a handful, and it's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's chaos, but it's beautiful. I wouldn't. They're amazing kids. I got very lucky.
How important? I mean, you seem very very driven. How important is consistency to success?
I think it's everything. I think consistency is definitely a key to faster success. Consistency is definitely one of my weaknesses. Just in the fact I'm a mom first, and when you have 6 kids, you've got unpredictable days left and right. So with my life being as unpredictable as it is, my business does struggle a bit with that consistency, but it's all par for the course because I'm a mom first, right? So if the 1-year-old's having a bad day, kind of everybody's having a bad day. You know, if we have a sports injury, everything stops and that's where we go. So I do look forward to, as my kids growing older, I'm going to get to, get more full time into the network marketing business. And I'm going to get to really experience what true consistency is, like a schedule. I mean, I don't even know what that is right now. I get my kids to school on time, and then I'm, at the mercy of a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. So I wing it.
All right, thank you for sharing. You've been amazing, Branden. As we go towards the end of the show, some quick questions to pick your brain. Okay, it's just going to be quick answers. The first one is, what is one of your favorite success quotes that motivates you?
I think a quote that motivates me, I wouldn't necessarily say if it's success, but it's the thing that drove me, and it's Gary Vee saying, get the fuck over yourself. I think that's the epitome of everything you want to do. If you get over yourself, you can do great things.
What is one habit that's helped you become successful?
One habit? Definitely self-care. Whatever self-care is to you, it's mandatory.
What do you do for self-care?
I'm actually part of a 10K pledge. So part of my thing every day is I have to get those 10,000 steps before the kids wake up, or I don't get it done. And then I'm like cranky. So that's my go-to right there. That's my power. That's good.
You get 10K steps done before they wake up?
Every day.
So what, you go for a run, or you walk around in laps?
I go to the YMCA and just go around the track.
How many laps do you go around the track to get 10K?
It's like 45, I think.
Good for you.
Before my thing beeps, it's about 45, yeah.
Good for you. So you're listening to what, personal development, or you're on the phone talking? What do you do?
Oh my gosh. So I have anything from like heavy metal to rap to, I'll do a little bit of a pep talk podcast thing, other podcasts. It just depends if it depends on my mood, I guess. Music just...
Yeah, that's cool. And music sometimes is important. It's important to get you out of that zone, and you feel way more refreshed afterwards.
Yes.
And way more productive. What is the best piece of advice you ever received?
Again, it has to be back to no matter what you want to do, it's not about you.
Good. What's your favorite prospecting tool you use? So say you have a qualified prospect, they're interested. What do? You send them a video? What do you do?
Voice clips are my favorite.
So you just record like a audio message for them?
Yep.
So if they want to learn more information about the business, you do a voice clip?
Yes.
So it could be short voice clips?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't answer a lot of questions, to be honest. I ask more than I answer, really. And then if there's something specific, if there's something very specific they're looking for, I do have a short like product video or a short like, business clip video that I would share. But I'm usually just asking the question. So
if people want to know more information, right? So where do they go? Do you answer it? You answer it and then you ask them a question back?
Yes.
Got it.
More information. If they're like, what does your product do? I have a quick clip that I'll send them. And that usually sums it up. And then I'll ask them, well, what are you looking for it to do? Like, what are the things you're looking for help with? If it's a business thing, that if it's really going to be a serious business talk, I like to get on the phone. I feel like it's less overwhelming to read anything, or, that way I can hear their response in their voice and kind of feel where they're at. If, I can tell their tone of voice.
So these audio clips are really short, like a minute?
Yes.
A minute? 1 or 2 minutes, cool.
Not even a minute, yeah.
And, I like it. You end with a question, so you're controlling the conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite app on your phone that you could recommend, or favorite online resource like Dropbox or Evernote that you could recommend?
My favorite app right now is Pep Talk. I have Pep Talk going probably like 16 hours of the day. It's a great app. It's got a lot of amazing people on it. Outside of the podcast, on the drives, this Pep Talk is really good for me.
Aside from your book, what's 1 or 2 books you could recommend to ML Nation?
Think and Grow Rich, I think, is a staple. That's a very important book. I just read Holy Shift by Lindsay Curry. That's a great book. I think women would really, my fellow women network marketers out there would really love that. Think and Grow Rich is like one of my favorites. It's definitely a staple. The Secret has been amazing in my life. I still listen to that periodically. As long as you're reading, that's the important thing.
Yes. And here's the last question, the $1 million question. Are you ready?
I think so.
Imagine you had to start all over again and you knew no one. So you didn't know your kids, you didn't know your husband, you had 0 contacts, on your phone, on Facebook. What's the first thing, but you had all your current knowledge, skills, and wisdom. What's the first thing you do, or the first place you go to find prospects and build a network marketing business from scratch?
Woo! Man, I have to fall back on Facebook. It's been where I've built everything. So if that still existed in this world, that's where I would go.
And what would you do there? You be going into those trade groups, or or Facebook groups? What would you do?
I would go to like the fun mom groups, where my people are going to be hanging out, my Bachelor and Bachelorette fans. I'd be in those groups trying to connect to those people. Everything I love, I would find those groups and find those people, because those are my people. So the things I love, I'd find the people that love them too, and I would connect with them.
And you can join up more than a couple of tattoo groups.
I'm not even in tattoo groups. Is that so weird?
Well, there you go. There's your next place you can go. I'm sure you have a lot of fans there because your tattoos are cool.
Yep.
Hey, thank you so much, ML. As we wrap up, any last words or advice? And then what's the best way our listeners can connect with you, Branden?
My biggest piece of advice is just to understand no one's going to come save you. It's not going to get easier. You have to get better. Definitely reach out to me on Facebook at Branden LaNette. Sign up for my book alerts at brandenlanette.com. And stay tuned for October, because some magic's coming. So excited. Thank you so much, Simon. This is awesome. MLM Nation, you rock. Keep doing you.
MLM Nation, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And today, you'll be hanging out with Branden LaNette. So keep up the momentum and go to MLMNation.com. Just type in Branden. That's Branden, the search, or just click on the podcast tab. And the show notes and the link to Brendan's book and her website, also a Facebook profile, will be right there. And in order to be successful in life and in network marketing, you must help others. So, Branden, thanks again for sharing your valuable time with MLM Nation. We're grateful to you, and we appreciate you for having a positive impact on millions of distributors worldwide. Thank you so much again, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.